a cleaner setup than PC because it's just taskbar and then dock bar. You can probably, I'm not sure if you can switch that orientation or not. I know with Windows you can, uh, but it's just that, pretty much that. Negatives, obviously the price and specs. I could probably get a Mac for twice as much as I could get for a PC and about half the specs, which is kind of suck. I mean, grant, I will say this. In the long run, Macs tend to have a lot longer lifespan than a PC because for some reason, I don't get it why, but I guess they have a higher like virus protection. Although all the friends that I know that have had a Mac have some form of virus software on it anyway. So I'm not really sure about how virus protected Macs are without any form of software. But I know with obviously the PC, you get crap all the time. So unless you have unless you have that firewall up, ooh, you'll be getting nailed all the time. Um, but I would say aside from that, the specs are not that good because for $1,000 MacBook or MacBook Air, it comes with like 2 GB of RAM and the equivalent of like it's like a little bit less than like an AMD Turin X2 graphics card. I think I said that right. I'm not sure. I'm reading mine because it's the MacBook, the regular MacBook books, the MacBook Airs are like slightly less than what I have, which is like a gaming PC graphics card. Um, and then also they have not that good of a processor compared to like the one obviously I have. And I paid $750 for mine, and MacBooks start at like 1,000. Oh, also, um, another good thing for Macs, they're extremely light. So if you're going for light stuff, like if you want like if you want something probably that weighs about as much as this book, yeah, which is about this thick, by the way. Um, I definitely recommend a Mac because it literally is a computing cardboard. I was shot. I was touching. I was doesn't sound right. I was trying one out at Best Buy, and I needless to say, I picked it up and I was like, "What the heck? This doesn't make any sense." It's like I could play frisbee with this thing. It didn't make any sense. I don't know how it works, but it does. So whatever. Uh, oh, also apparently there's some kind of beach ball with Mac. I have not seen this before. But there's some kind of beach ball, so if you like beach balls, go for Mac, I guess. And I guess if you like Windows, go with Windows, and I guess if you like penguins, go with Linux. Anyway, PC, obvious. I know a lot of people probably aren't going to find this interesting, but obviously, if you like doing document stuff or PowerPoint presentation, stuff like that, spreadsheets, awesome. Yeah, I know. PC is far superior than to Mac. You can get that stuff for Mac, but it just doesn't feel right on there. I'm sorry. For PC, you can all there's PCs are generally better gaming computers because with Mac you have to do a lot of upgrading to get it to the point of a good gaming PC, and you'd also have to spend a ton, and it's harder to upgrade a Mac than it is a PC because the parts are more expensive. It's not set up as a PC is, which means different training than PC. So yeah, it's kind of interesting how Macs are set up exactly. I'm trying to think, but with PC you can buy one and it just comes with gaming. So it pretty much just comes game ready. And there's also a lot of games that are only for Windows. They're really good too, like BioShock. Trying to think of another one. See, I haven't played a game in like a month, so I apologize in advance. But there are some really ridiculously good computer games for Windows. Um, and Mac, they don't really work on. I don't even know if they would work because it says Windows on games by Windows, but I'm not even sure if that means you can play them on something else, or it just means they're games for Windows. But I know with PC, there's also the fact that you generally speaking have better system specs than you will with a Mac without paying the same amount. Now, with that said, PCs don't have the same lifespan Macs do. I'm not sure why this is. It might just be that people like upgrading PCs more than they do Macs, or it might be just that they don't make PCs as well. I'm not really sure. I will say this: though, there's Mac, there's one maker. PC, there's like 30 something. I don't even know. I'm just thinking in North America terms. I'm sure there's in Europe there's thousands, in Asia too. I have no idea, but I know that we have a decent amount of different PC brands that you can choose from. As opposed to Mac, it's Mac by Apple, and I don't even think you can buy Mac OS 10 for like a PC now. So yeah, I would just say don't. I would just say that's pretty much what you're looking at. So if you're like media editing software, that type of thing, go with Mac. Or if you're like a light one, and they do make light PCs, but the trade-off is battery power. The lighter the PC, the weaker the battery power. I mean, like my PC is like 5 poundish, which is like 5 pounds heavier than the Mac. But I have a 12 cell battery, so I can go to the Bahamas and back for like a week off my battery, and go like on low dim power. It would last probably most of the time. I mean, I've taken school class. I've gone through 5 hour school days on my battery, taking notes and listening to music, and it didn't. I still had 20% when I got back home. So it's pretty cool how much you can go off a 12 cell battery. But I don't think Macs have the same amount of power. I'm sure you can probably ask for one. They might laugh at you, but yeah, 12 cell battery, by the way, is about the size of a brick right now. They haven't really come up with a tinier 12 cell. I'm sure in like a year or two, the 12 cell will be like the size of a little chip, and then they'll have like a 36 cell or something that you have to roll your computer around on to use. But I have no idea. We'll see. By the time the What Are is probably done being recorded, because either no one watches it or I just get done and tired, I'm sure they'll probably have some form of serious PC upgrade. So that's pretty much it. I'd also like to add that in terms of I guess customization ability. I don't know what the word is. It would be like Mac, which is you can change how some stuff looks, I guess, kind of. PC, you can change your setup to the point where like I have mine looking like a Mac. I have my taskbar up here. I have a dock bar down below for all my icons, so I can just look at my background. I can change the color scheme, fonts, all that stuff. Linux, you can change the operating system for what I've been told, so yeah, it's like that level of stuff. So it just depends on how knowledgeable of a computer person you are, then you may prefer one over the other. Trying to think. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm going to go now because this is starting to bleed, I think. Yeah, it's starting to bleed. But I would like to add, I would definitely like to hear some comments, video responses and such about your guys' like comments, because I'm just curious to see what other people think about the PC war, because I personally find it stupid, but everyone's different. So stay tuned. I will try my darndest to get a video response up by, episode 8 up by Friday, but I don't know because I'm actually doing stuff now, so kind of weird. So anyway, stay tuned and enjoy.